father, my mother, my memories, the past, the future, the movie on the screen, my future, right there in front of me, and I'm thinking, but I want to live more than ever before. Does that make a little bit of sense? But it's in you right now. It's in you right now. Are you videotaping this? Is that what that is? Will you put it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Great. Thank you. Don't put that one on YouTube, but yes, okay. I want some more YouTube videos up there, but I don't know how to do it. All right, what else? Questions, comments? Yes?
Did you ever blame the guy who gave it to you, like, oh my God, if only he looked at you and it was someone else, everything would be happiness right now?
Did I ever blame the guy?
That gave it to you, yeah. Or were you always blaming yourself, like if it didn't make that
Oh, yeah, okay, so we answered that one last period. So, 50-50. Remember, some of you were here last period, I said this. To the degree that I blame him, I have to blame myself. To the degree that I'm angry with him, I have to be angry with myself. To the degree that I'm holding a grudge, I'm holding a grudge against him and me. Why? Because 50% of him, put me at risk, but 50% of me, he walked up the stairs, got naked, and had unsafe sex. Right? I did it. This was not rape. This was not being drugged. I wasn't even drunk. Right? I just was horny and lonely. And by the way, that's a very dangerous combination. Horny and lonely, bad combination. Not that good. Horny, lonely, condom, maybe a little bit better, right? But I didn't have that condom, so that's what happened. So yeah, I was pissed at him, but I was also pissed at myself because I did it. I willingly participated. There's victims and there's participants. I was kind of both. I choose to not be a victim in society. I don't want to be a victim. You don't want to be a victim, right? I participated. And now I'm participating in getting better and asking you guys to do the same. He died of AIDS in the early 90s, I think. I never told him that I got the virus from him. So he doesn't know, he never found out that I had HIV, or that he infected me. I never saw him again to tell him, and I was scared to death of him, so yeah. Yeah. Yes? What are the side effects of my pills in particular? It depends on who you are. The pills are getting better and better over time. So years ago they were very severe, the side effects. But nowadays they're not so severe, or maybe in some cases negligible, if that's a word. But my side effects, every single morning I wake up nauseous, which is not the worst thing in the world. But every single morning I wake up, so I have to give myself an extra 10 minutes. Like I knew this morning I had to get here, and I said I had to leave at a certain time, and I should have left early because I couldn't find the school for some reason. But I woke up and thought, okay, I need 10 minutes for everything to just kind of get back to normal because I'm so dizzy and so nauseous from the meds because what they do to me. And there was a few reasons I think that is. It has to do with blood sugar and not having any food in my system. When I take the medicine, maybe I should take them at a different time. That's not so terrible. For me to have to deal with nausea, all right. That's what it is. I'll deal with it, right? Because it's keeping me healthy. One of the things that helps keeping me alive.
What about previous side effects?
For other people, the older drugs, the side effects were and can sometimes still be weight gain, weight loss, lipodystrophy, which is a big word for redistribution of body fat, lipids. Redistribution. So some people used to get a hump back and a big gut starting at the top of their gut, and facial wasting. The atrophy of the muscles in the face, or the muscles in the face begin to atrophy. So there's a wasting. You don't see that much anymore, but those are some of the side effects. Years ago, my friend Bill, still alive, he had a heart attack from the meds. He was on a really strong med that was part of a study, a trial. It had interleukin in it and a few other drugs. He had a heart attack because of the meds. So some of them were pretty severe. Now they're much better. And I said this last period, and it's a horrible thing to say, but I'm going to say it. If you're going to get infected with HIV, God forbid, 2011 is a good year to get infected. Now, I don't want you to get infected, right? And now we're being recorded, so let me say this again. I don't want you to get infected. But if 87 was the bad year to get infected, when I got infected in 2011, it's a much different disease. It's more manageable. You can stay alive. It's important you know that. But you don't have to get infected to know the things I know and to have a life you want to have. Yeah.
Have you had the person that infected you stayed alive? Do you think you would have continued doing what you're doing now?
Had Racy not died of AIDS?
Yes.
I would still be doing it. He moved out to California and did his own thing before he died of AIDS. I'd still be doing this regardless. Yeah. If Racy, the guy who infected me, or I got infected from, were still alive, I would I have a little conversation with him. I would take you with me. For support. I mean, I have some fear, right? You'd have my back, literally you'd have my back, and I'd say a few choice words. I might even throw some punches. I don't know. Actually, I do know. No, you just support me. Yes.
All right, I want to ask you a question. It's like, all right, when I was 7, my dad died, and sometimes I think about how my life would be different if he was still alive. But now, ever since I turned 13, I accept that, and I'm happy with it because if not for him dying, I would probably not be the way I am now. So, trying to relate to you, I'm trying to ask, if you never got the HIV, how would your life be different, and would you accept it?
Okay, that's beautiful. And first, let me say that I'm sorry that you lost your dad when you were 7 years old. Just let me say that. I want you to hear that. This is not fair. It's not. Now let me say this. What I heard you say was, and I want to see if I can just alter it or work with you on this. What I heard you say was, at first of course I was sad, but now I'm happy because what I've learned. But I think actually what you need to say is, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think what you're trying to say is,
Go ahead.
I'm not, of course I'm not happy about this, but I found the lesson, or I'm finding lessons in it, and it's making me a stronger, more independent, integrated, whole man. Right? Okay, that's something that you're going, okay. So, the same is true for me with HIV. I'm not happy that I have HIV. I'm not glad that I did it. Because I got infected, it is one of the things that inspired me and encouraged me to become more integrated, more whole, to face my fears, to get in touch with my rage, to understand my shame, to look at my sorrow, to be a full person, right? And what does it mean to be fully alive? It means to feel all those emotions, right? Not just to have joy, but to have joy alongside of sorrow, right next to terrible fear and big amount of shame and a lot of anger, all of it mixed in. You feel it? That's life.